What's up? How y'all doing? It's Liquormonger. This is a 162-1501. It's a limited edition Benchmade Bushcrafter. It's a 162 limited edition. You can see here 156 out of 400. Look at that stonewash. I'm a big fan of that stonewash that they did on this particular model. The handles are black G10 with a orange accent liner. Beautiful knife. It's like they took the Benchmade Bushcrafter and just made it a little bit cooler. I was talking with my buddy. I know they had to have considered this coloring pattern when they were coming out with the original Bushcrafter. And honestly, why did they not do this over this? This is fantastic. It looks really good. I mean, I am a big fan of this green G10 with the red accent liner. If I can get this thing to focus in here. You can see the milling work that has been done here. There's it's a little bit deeper milling. It's a definite line on both sides. The 162 EOD that I have here actually doesn't have as well of a finishing job on the actual milling itself on those G10 scales. Come back in. Come on. Focus for me. It's thinking about it. Yeah, see, it actually comes in further this side than it does this side. It's not as good of a milling job, as well as, you know, the pommel has a different shape on it. I dropped it on a rock. That's all that happened. I mean, it was a 5-foot fall onto a rock, and that's all that happened. I was damn glad it didn't land on the blade, but I mean, that's impressive. G10's an impressive material. But with this one here, everything seems to be done almost perfect. They've actually faded. You can see it's not as apparent of a relief on the actual edge to that milling mark. It's a very symmetrical job they've done on the milling. The choil is centered very perfect, like almost perfectly, and you can see they've actually left the striations. If I can get it, if it'll focus in there. Come on. Yeah, but they've actually left the striations on the bottom of the choil here. The grind, it has been done perfectly. You can see the tip there. So the grind is actually centered perfectly. Okay, this one actually needs to be retipped. It's not going to be a good example. You can see this model here. That'll refocus in. Get these things off camera. The grind on this model is not done. Come on. Give it something to focus on. Maybe. I don't know. The grind is off by a few degrees on this model in particular. Maybe 1 degree on this model. It's just barely noticeable by vision. I can't notice anything wrong with this knife. They put an extra amount of time in the finishing work done with this. The location of the actual plugs themselves, those titanium press tube inserts, they're centered much better than on both of my other models. The back of this pommel is centered very well. It's done extremely well. There has never been any felt difference as far as transition between the scales and the actual blade, the tang itself, on any of them. That's always been an extremely nice fit, but it is consistent with this here. Look at that stonewash. I can't get over that, man. It's just freaking pretty. I'm not going to use this one. I've got 2 of them to beat up on. I'm going to stick this on the wall. Make a little mount for it. Just wanted to show it off. It's a Benchmade Bushcrafter 162-1501 limited edition. Y'all have a good one.